I've calmed down a bit. I finished watching the finale. Whew. You know, it's funny. A couple days ago, I was watching the very first episode of Star versus the Forces of Evil. Star Comes to Earth. And I just think, wow, this show is nothing like what it was before. Like, how far this show has come is amazing. Shows like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Steven Universe, raise the bar for kids shows so high, it is just really nothing short of phenomenal. Like, it is just straight up amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rohan Lawrence, and welcome to the final vlog for Season 3 of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Today's episode, Divide and Conquer. Wow. I cannot say enough good things about how this finale turned out. I mean, talk about a very strong beginning to this season, a great middle, and a fantastic end. I mean, like, straight up, wow. Oh, man. Alright, so let's get in order. So, episode starts off with Star as acting queen. She wants to make sure everyone knows that she is just acting queen because her mom is still out there. And, essentially, she is now tasked with finding a way to stop Meteora. She, however, does not want the help of the Magical High Commission after the whole butterfly debacle. She wants no help from them whatsoever, so she kicks him out of the meeting room, the same meeting room that Moon was in during the time with Toffee. So Star is pretty much just freaking out and stuff like that. Eventually, she gets the idea that Lavabo should be, like, leading the ideas of how to get Meteora, how to stop her. And Marco's just like, okay, no. Stop right there. Are you serious? Really, Lavabo? And Star's just like, well, do you have any ideas? And just like, yeah, send me. And Marco answers the question that a lot of us have been wondering, me, myself included. So did Marco just forget all the experience that he had during that 16-year time that he was chasing Hekapoo? And the answer is no. No, he did not. Star's just like, okay, it's going to take more than a red belt to defeat her. And he's just like, did you forget that I have 16 years of experience of combat under my belt? Go on, hit me with your best spell. And Marco Diaz, he proves why he is my favorite character. To all the people who gave Marco crap, I'm going to take personal enjoyment when I say, ha! Ha 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 ha! My boy is still a badass. Like, he took on every one of Star's spells. From the old classic, like, Jelly Bean Hallucination Mist, which was a throwback to the very first episode. Honeybee, Tornado Swarm, to, like, the bigger ones, like Narwhal Blast, Warnicorn Stampede, Spider with the Top Hat Blast. Marco took every single one of those spells like a champ. Also, I feel like there was a small Gravity Falls reference there, because while he was avoiding all those spells, he got a grappling hook and just, like, started using it, and, like, instantly I was just like, grappling hook! Like, I can never not see a grappling hook and not think of Mabel Pines now. Like, thank you, Mabel. Thank you so much. Every time I see a grappling hook, I'm just gonna scream that out. And if no one gets the reference, that's their problem. So, yeah. So Marco proves that, yeah, he is more than just a squire. He is definitely worthy of being a knight by now. So Star's just like, okay, so you're impressive, I get that. But, it's still not going to be enough to take on Meteora. Marco says that, you know what, I just have to hold him off until you find your mom. And, Star's just like, okay, you hold her off, I'm going to go find mom in the magic dimension. And Marco's just like, that's where you lost your memory, isn't that dangerous? But Star really doesn't have much of a choice. So she gives him the orders to hold him off. And we do have a nice loving moment between the two and stuff like that. As, you know, the whole crush thing goes. It is a nice, genuine, warm moment. And I know a lot of people, and I myself have felt at times that, the whole relationship stuff can be forced. But it seems like this where I feel like it is built up nicely. One thing I liked was that, until that hug moment that they had and then the servant came in and interrupted them, it wasn't awkward between the two. I like how even though they're having a whole bunch of, you know, emotional feeling stuff going on right now, when there's like a bigger issue at hand, they can focus up and deal with it. It was the same thing that they did with the battle for Mewni. Like, they were both happy to see each other, obviously, but like, you know, they didn't have to talk about the crush. Like, it wasn't important now. So I'm glad that they were able to focus on that. But they did have some nice loving moments and stuff like that. Star blushing, you know, when she gave him the order. She's obviously worried about him, doesn't want anything bad to happen. Both of them moving away when the servant comes in, you know, because it's still kind of like, they still have that unresolved stuff. But I'm glad that they were able to, like, focus on the task at hand. So pretty much Star goes off to the magic dimension and is off to find her mom. She does eventually find him, and I don't know, I feel like that's some really risque stuff. Like, Moon's completely naked. Like, they have her covered with her hair, obviously, but like, I was just like, it's a little bit risque, but as I just said, this is clearly not a kid's show anymore. So she eventually does find Moon and tries to get her out of the realm of magic, but like before, she's entranced by it and eventually loses her memory and the reason why she's here in the first place. It does lead to some nice moments of her and her mom playing together, which is nice. If people weren't dying, like, I'm just like, this is really nice. Like, you never get to see Star and Moon like this, but just like, people are kind of dying right now. Like, their souls are literally being sucked out of them. So I'm just like, guys, I'm glad you're having fun, but priorities, please. So on the other half of it, Marco and his Magnificent Seven are going to stop Meteora. They have a plan to trap her inside, you know, essentially inside a ring of fire. But when that doesn't work, the plan kind of goes down to hell. Nachos gets his soul sucked out. Then I believe it is, I'm forgetting that giant creature, Kelly's sparring partner. Kelly eventually gets her soul sucked out of her too. Eventually, you know, the plan breaks down, stuff like that, and it's just Tom and Marco. And Tom, throughout the entire whole Magnificent Seven thing, has been like, being like, you know, Marco's our leader. Like, he's been showing his support with him. And, like, he acknowledges that, you know, he's been mean to him before, but, like, he acknowledges that, you know, you've been kind to me. And, like, when this was happening, I was like, Marco's eventually gonna tell him. Like, Marco's just one of those guys that just like, I can't lie to you. And eventually it does happen. When it's only the two of them left, and Tom says he's gonna buy time for them, he's just like, I kissed Star. Like, you don't owe me anything, leave. Initially, it looks like Tom... Ooh. Sorry. Sorry about that. Initially, it looks like Tom does just that, but he does come back for him and, you know, manages to take one for the team. Apparently, Tom having all those souls inside him has been really helpful because when Meteora zaps him, he's still able to, you know, essentially come back. But eventually his limit of souls does get, you know, taxed. And unfortunately, Marco does get balloonified. And it was honestly heartbreaking to see him soulless like that. And I was just like, why? Just why? Back at the realm of magic where Star and Moon are still having fun, but, you know, again, priorities. Eventually, though, the Warnicorn that Star created kicks them both out, saying that they don't belong there. And I feel like it has to do with the fact that they're not real butterflies. Like, they're not part of the butterfly lineage, so she kicks them both out. Star wakes up in her room next to King River. River's just like, oh, did you find your mom? And she's just like, no, she was there right in front of me, but, like... my memories got erased again and stuff like that. And so River's just like, well, I guess we're just going to have to fight Meteor off ourselves. He goes off with a battalion of birds and some other soldiers, but as we find out later, he goes down too. It's just unfortunate. Star runs into Tom, who is the only one left of the Magnificent Seven, and brings Marco's body back. Star is obviously heartbroken with hearing that. She does get a good idea, though, to try to revive Marco's soul in the sanctuary that Moon brought her and the council when they were balloonified by Toffee. But the Gate Guardian doesn't open the sanctuary for her. She gets distraught by this, and Tom is just like, maybe we should just cut our losses and just run so we can just hide out in the underworld where they'll be safe and very, very warm, which I love that line. But Star seeing her people soulless and her kingdom in ruins is like, no, I'm queen. I can't leave my people behind. She goes full butterfly form and just goes to face Meteora. And man, when she eventually finds Meteora, she finds that she has destroyed the room where all the queens, everything are just ripped apart, and the only one kept intact is, of course, her mother's tapestry, Eclipse's. I forgot to mention, the episode actually starts off, I should have actually mentioned this beforehand, I just really want to get to the other Eclipse part. Eclipse is essentially locked up, Star locks her away, so she finds that during the chaos, Eclipse managed to break free, but that's not really too surprising, honestly. Eclipse struck me as a person that, you know, she didn't really have to stay there. She was just like, I'll just stay here, let them think they really have me. So Star goes off to fight Meteora, and Meteora throws some pretty bad shade. It's just like, oh, what about your other boyfriend? I'm just like, listen, honey, you have the throne now. There's no need to go at her personal love life like that. Things are very weird between them. You don't have to bring it up. And they proceed to have an amazing battle. Like, Star goes full butterfly and brings out her entire arsenal. And it's just a really good fight. Star gave it everything she had. But Meteora was just too much. Her monster heritage with Eclipse's blood, just too much for Star to take. And Star eventually was just like, you know what? You want my magic so bad? You can have it. Rips out every shred of magic she has and throws it at Meteora. And I'm just like, what? And then, oh my god. It looks like that works, but Meteora is still up and like, she still wants more. Star's just like trying to use her spells with the wand, but she has nothing left. And then, oh man, and then Eclipse comes in, takes the wand, and it's back in her form now, and she proceeds to show everyone, yeah, she is the most powerful queen of in all of Mewni. Like, untouchable. Holy crap. Like, oh, she proceeds to just do some of the most awesome things I have ever seen in this show. Like, she goes like, oh, I'm trying to remember the names of her spell. She had one that was called Black, oh my god. Oh my god, why am I forgetting it? It's so awesome. It's gonna bother me. It's really gonna bother me that I cannot remember the name of her spells right now. But like, the way she said her spells, just like, it wasn't so much like there was malice, it was just a calmness that like it needed to be done. And like when she told Meteora, stop, yo, she proceeded to lay down some parental discipline. She was like, look at me, I'm your mom, I'm captain now. Like, hands down, most powerful queen. Holy crap. Eventually, she traps her, I think it was Black Velvet Inferno, and she traps Meteora in this, like, giant bubble, and I'm thinking, okay, she just trapped her, and then after a couple of seconds, it explodes, and you just hear Meteora scream, and I'm just like, did she just kill her daughter? Did she just kill her daughter? And I genuinely thought, oh my god, she just killed her daughter. And I was like, I could not believe, my brother Jeff came in after, like, she had just done it, and she was like, what just happened? I was like, she just killed her daughter. I was like, he was like, her daughter? And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is not a kid's show. And I was like, yeah, it's not a kid's show. Not anymore. And, oh, man. So, it did the trick. Whatever Eclipse had done to Meteora did the trick. Everybody's souls have returned. Star is back. Star is absolutely happy that Marco's back. And then Tom has released a pretty funny moment between the three of them where she's just like, I got you, Marco Diaz. And then he just comes in just like, yeah, I'm just gonna make this weird. I'm just like, I love Tom right now. Like, he's become one of my favorite side characters, honestly. Star goes over to Meteora and just like, I'm sorry. And she's just like, I did what I had to do. And then it turns out she didn't kill Meteora. It looks like whatever spell she did, like, regressed her aging, and now she's back to being a baby. And, like, you can call that a cop-out, but you know what? After everything, that entire family, between Meteora and Eclipse, one being crystallized, and then the moment she was uncrystallized, she was pretty much held prisoner, and the other one, without the love of her parents, being denied that and a kingdom, you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad she gets this second chance to live the life that she was supposed to have. Eclipse thanks Star for, you know, letting her borrow the wand, and Star is just like, no. we took what was rightfully yours. Ever since we inherited the throne, things haven't been right. The least I could do is give you the kingdom and the wand that are rightfully yours. Eclipsa thanks her and just like, thank you. Takes Meteora and just Mary Poppins style goes off. And I'm here thinking, okay, I thought Eclipsa was going to take the throne, but I guess not. So Marco's just like, well, what did you just do? And Star's just like kind of confused herself. And then Glosser comes in and is like, Globgor, Globgor. And just like, yes, we get it, Globgor. And then apparently he was faking the whole time because he's just like, no. Globgor is Eclipsa's husband. And I'm just like, unbelievable. Like, one of the biggest questions was, who is Eclipsa's husband? What's her name? And we've been hearing it this entire season without even knowing. Darren Nefsey and the rest of her people are trolls. They literally must. I can imagine them just like in the production, just laughing, just like they're trying to wonder. We're telling them like almost every episode it's Globgor. I'm just like, you trolls. So once Glosser is done explaining, he just goes off with Eclipsa. I'm guessing it's because that, you know, she's the queen of Mewni again. She is the rightful butterfly. So he goes off with her. And the episode ends with her going back to the monster temple. And it looks like she's about to free her husband, Globgor. And says like, hello, honey, we're home. Now, holy crap. What is my first question, just to everything. And I'm wondering, did Eclipsa plan this? Like, I have no idea. I don't think she's per se evil, but like, did Eclipsa plan this? Like, was this a very long con just to reunite? Because, to reunite with her family? Because, think about it. Who can really stop Eclipsa at this point? She's got her wand. She said that she never learned how to use magic without a wand. I'm pretty sure a mistake she's going to correct. Seeing that Glosser is back with her, I'm pretty sure he's going to teach her how to dip down. Who is going to stop her? If Eclipsa wanted to take over all of Mewni, who could really be like, let's stop Eclipsa? No! No one's going to stop her. She's the most powerful queen of all of Mewni. And supposedly, it looks like Star doesn't have any more of her magic. So, what is going to happen? There are so many questions that I need answers to, but I can't get them because Season 4 is not available yet. Holy crap, this show is amazing. Like, unbelievable. It is amazing. I can't say enough good things about this. I'm just, again, amazed just how far this show has come from episode 1 to now. From Star Comes to Earth to Divide and Conquer, it's just night and day. Like, if you saw the first episode, you're like, oh, this is a nice, cute little show for kids. It's kind of mindless. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything serious. And then you watch the last episode, you're just like, what? Who's she? What is going on? Like, it was called Black Velvet Inferno. Like, she said that, and I was just like, wow. Is all I have to say. Darren Nefsey and the rest of your people, amazing. Just 100% credit to everyone involved. From Darren to the voice actors and actresses to like production crew. You guys were amazing. Thank you for giving us this show because, wow. I really wish I had cartoons like this growing up. And I was a 90s baby. And I love the 90s. I'm always grateful to the TV shows in the 90s. But if anybody ever tells me that today's cartoons aren't as good as the 90s, I may have to slap them. Because cartoons today are just as good, if not better, than they were in the 90s. And I'm a diehard 90s fan. Powerpuff Girls, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Dexter's Laboratory. Like, you name it, from like Nickelodeon to, you know, Disney to like Cartoon Network. Die-hard fan, and I will always love my childhood for that. But guys, 90s kids, I think we may have to concede that this generation's cartoons are better. Between Star vs. The Amazing World of Gumball, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, the new DuckTales coming out, well, it's out now. These cartoons can hang. And honestly, they don't get enough credit. Are there bad cartoons? Yeah, there are, but like, there were bad cartoons back in the 90s. Every generation has its cartoon show that you're just wondering, this got greenlit? Like, Teen Titans Go is a big indicator of that, but you know what? That shouldn't be the representation for kids shows today. Shows like Star vs. the Forces of Evil are a awesome representation. Holy crap. I would show my kids this show and be like, this, keep your eyes on this, because you're going to get amazed. Like, wow. Like I said, I have nothing but good things to say about the show. I am so excited for season 4. There's just so many questions. Like, is Eclipse going to try to really take back the throne? Does Star still have magic? Like, where's Moon? We still don't know where Moon is. Lord knows where she ended up. Is Tom cool with the whole Marco kissing Star thing? Like, and I have a little bit of a theory about that. Seeing that he got most of his souls removed, I feel like he's still going to be a little bit heartbroken about this, but I don't see him being as angry about this. Because, which is what I noticed with the whole taking the souls thing, with the whole demon system, and this was a really good tie-in. He said, I can't believe that one little thing was the source of all that anger. And the guy's just like, no, we're gonna need to pull out way more souls than this. So I feel now that he's got a majority of them ripped out, thanks Meteora, I feel like while he's not gonna be happy about it, I feel like he'll take it a little bit better. But yeah. Wow. I've got nothing to say, but good things to say, guys. I mean, it is a good time to be a fan of kids cartoons, and it just is. Kids cartoons today are amazing. So, guys, yeah, I have enjoyed doing these. These have just been great ways to just get my thoughts out there, and I've enjoyed doing them. I enjoyed just sharing opinions and hearing your guys' opinions, looking at other people's videos, looking at their opinions. I had a ball doing this, and it's sad that it's gonna have to end for a while. I might try to do more vlogs in the future about other shows that that are popular. I was thinking Steven Universe, but like I'm so behind on that. I've caught up, but like I'm so behind on it that I don't want to do it late. I feel like with Star Versus it's fine, but like I'll definitely try to keep doing this more in the future. But yeah, guys, we received one hell of a finale tonight, and I'm satisfied. I am in that state where I'm very satisfied, and I can't wait for season 4. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Just let me know what you guys think, and it may take a while, but I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.